So fill up your cup as you listen in. Wake up in the morning with Shelly on WAPN. On WAPN. On WAPN.
Good Wednesday morning, Worship Wednesday. I had to figure out what day it was. I know. It is the last Wednesday of July, and what a July it has been. Let me just tell you, I'm ready for August. Lots of good things have happened in July. I'm not going to say that. It was my honey's birthday, and we went on some great dates and just different beautiful weather and different things like that. But we have had a month here at WAPN with equipment and stuff drama. And so if you do not know, but if you know, you've already been encouraging me and blessing WAPN. And first of all, I want to shout out to everybody that has reached out to me in the last 14 hours and prayed for me, donated to WAPN, encouraged me, whatever you have done. Thank you so much. Shared. I really appreciate. I can't say how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you don't know, our 4-ton, which I thought was a 5-ton, but it's huge because it's like half the side of the building over there. It's just huge. Is fried, completely fried. It cannot be fixed. And so that was a little overwhelming yesterday. I'm not going to lie to you. That unit runs the equipment room, which has to keep all the equipment at a certain temperature. That is the equipment that we had just got all the new ductwork and all that stuff done to. And so it completely fried, not fixable. That was a little overwhelming yesterday. I'm just going to tell you that for a few minutes, I was in shock. Then, of course, wisdom starts and guidance starts and all the other stuff starts. So we think we have a plan. We know we have a plan. God already gave us a plan. So we do have a plan. If you would like to help us, we are going to have to get a split unit for the back room. Now, that does not solve the problem upstairs, but it will get the back room cool. And we feel that that's the most efficient thing. It will hopefully lower our electric bill. It will keep that room a good temperature and all that. So we need a good split unit for the back room. We have to get concrete poured. We have to get electrician in here. We have to figure out how to get that big unit out of there. We have to have an AC guy here. We got a lot of stuff we got to get done. So way more than we expected. But God, I know he will provide. I know he's got a plan. I know that he's going to use all you listeners and you businesses and you ministries of WAPN. Or maybe you're a one-time listener and you've got some money that you said, I've been wondering where I could put it. Well, WAPN has a huge need right now. Like I said, the 4-ton unit went out, and that unit is the one that keeps the equipment cool. The equipment has to be a certain temperature. So if you walked in right now, we have 2 huge fans going. We have the backup wall unit. We have a portable unit in the middle of the floor, so no hurricanes can happen either right now. And we're trying to keep the temperature dropped back there. So pray that for the next week, I know that I looked at the weather report, and there's going to be some really, really hot days out there. So we need it just to be some rain so it keeps the building cool. We need the delivery to happen quickly. We need the finances to come in. We need prayer. I know that God has it. It just, like I said, it's been a month of a lot of repairs. We had the raccoon drama, the ductwork drama. We had the stairs that had major problems. We had to get painting done because we had to get the stair work done. And so it's just been one thing after another in the month of July here at WAPN. But what doesn't break you will get you stronger, or whatever that saying is. Well, we're pretty strong right now. So I am thankful. Shout out to my husband. Shout out to, because my husband is my rock. You know, he's down here immediately removing the plate so that we can get the portable unit going and you know, giving me advice. And shout out to Shane for stepping in, and shout out for Jeff for, you know, doing what he needs to do to help me. And so I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate the people that God puts around me to lift me up and to support me and to guide me and to lead me. So thank you for everybody. But if you've thought about donating to WAPN, and I'm serious, if it was $1 or it was 5,000, we really appreciate it. Your dollars, your fives, your hundreds, your thousands, whatever. You can stop them by WAPN at 1508 State Avenue right here in Holly Hill. You can bring them on in, drop them by. We have a mail drop. We really, really appreciate it. Go to our website, WAPN.net, give now, donate right now there. You can Venmo us. Our Venmo thing is Venmo at WAPN 915. We have Cash App. We have Apple Pay. We have everything. Zelle, whatever you want to do. If you want to Zelle it over, 386-316-8054. Same with Apple Pay, 386-316-8054. No donation is too small. Of course, no donation is too large. But if everyone listening right now would do the dollar, the dollar, the $5, the 20, the 100, whatever, we really appreciate it. So I know I am going to donate this morning. I am a monthly partner of WAPN, but I am going to donate also the over and above this morning. It takes an army, and it does take a village of people right now. And if you can't donate, that is fine. We appreciate your prayers covering all of this, that we can pull it off together, that we can get the back room ready. I'm going to work on that as soon as I get off the air, getting the back room prepared. And, figuring out how we're going to move out that big unit, what we're going to do with the big unit, all the stuff, God's got it. I know he's got a great plan. It's just, it's not a convenient. Is anything convenient? It's not a convenient time for it to break because of the heat wave. But, thank goodness that we always have a backup plan. And the backup plan was a lot of pieces of equipment that will run to keep us as cool as we can keep it back there. So thank you for everybody that's donating. Like I said, $1, $5, $50, $100, whatever you can do. We really appreciate it. If you haven't heard, it was our big air conditioning unit that takes care of the back room with all the equipment in it, completely fried, not fixable. And, when somebody says it broke, you think it broke. What can we do? Fried. I'm thinking, but it's so sad because if you look at it, you think, well, why can't you just fire it up? It completely fried. It was very, very sad. So shout out to everybody yesterday, like I said, that reached out to me and is praying for me and encouraging me. And so me, I like to watch little videos in the morning, and I was watching this guy, and he was talking about, actually I shared it on Instagram. He was talking about the ice cream truck, and this was a great analogy. I really love this analogy. So the ice cream truck was coming, and the kids were running over there, and this one little boy kept sitting on the porch, and he didn't move, but he looked really, really, really sad. And the man was going to get a drink, and so they were looking at the little boy, and the lady that runs the truck, she said, "Can you wait a minute, sir? I just need to go over and talk to that little boy." So she went over there and she said, "Do you want an ice cream?" And he said, "I don't have any money." And she said, "Do you want an ice cream?" He said, "I do not have any money." She said, "That's not what I asked you." I said, "Do you want an ice cream?" He said, "Yes, I do." And he told her what kind he wanted, and she gave him the ice cream. Isn't that the kind of a great analogy? I was thinking it was a great analogy, maybe because it was ice cream, I don't know. But, we ask God what we want, we pray for it, but then do we name it and claim it and receive it? That's what I feel like today is for me. I need a split ton unit. I need the electrician. I need the AC guy. I need a concrete slab. I need somebody to remove that big 4-ton unit. I need repairs on the drywall. I need it. And I know that God's got all the things. He's got a drywall guy that says, "You know what? I can come in and I can drywall it. I can fix it." He's got somebody maybe with a forklift or whatever that says, "I can come and remove that so it's out of your way." Of course, he's got my great husband that's going to do a lot of work, and he's got parts that are going to be ordered and different things that are going to happen. So I am naming it and claiming it and receiving it, that God has this already taken care of. The details are now in the making. And I think of the ice cream, the detail was, what flavor do you want? And so my detail is, I need finances. I've got to pay for all the things that are going to happen in the next week to 10 days. I need it done quickly. I need it done professionally. I need it done the right way. I need it done, all done. And I need the weather to be good during these next 10 days. I need the back room to stay as cool as we can keep it cool. I was just naming and claiming. I was walking around this morning, and I was just praying over WAPN and praying over the equipment, that no harm comes to the equipment during these few days of waiting and preparing and getting, and that's another thing. I started preparing as soon as we got the phone call yesterday. I came back to work, and I was getting the back room, as much as I could out of the way so that we could pull out the portable unit. And Tim was coming by and removing the plate. And we just started, doing it. And I, asked for prayer for the station. I believe in prayer. I believe that one person can walk through that door this morning and write a check for the entire amount that we need. But if God chooses to use 100 of you, at $50 a piece or whatever he chooses to do, whatever, I'm okay with that too. But you have to start, and you have to trust, and you have to believe. It's an act. And, I really believe that with all my heart, that I could have stayed home and been overwhelmed. And I'm not going to tell you I wasn't overwhelmed, because that was not a fun phone call to get. I'm not going to lie to you. We just did a lot of repairs on it, and, the deck work and all that other stuff. And then for this to happen. But God probably knew that. Well, he didn't probably. He did know exactly what was going to happen before it happened. And so we just started preparing. We started making a way, started just claiming victory over the situation. And so even though I don't see it, I know that it's happening, and I feel it, and I know that God's working, and I know that it's going to be okay, and it's going to be a better unit for WAPN, and it's going to lower my electric bill, and it's going to be efficient, and it's going to have a great warranty, all the things. And so as I'm pushing through, as I'm stepping in to the faith part of it, because it takes a lot of faith. It takes, a lot. Just like with the stair problem this month, I got the bid, and we couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it for the stairs right now. But, I'm glad that we didn't do it, because then there's no way that we could be standing here today saying we've got to take care of this AC unit. It's got to happen. We have to pick our battles. We have to pick our things. And so the stairs are repaired. The stairs are already painted. But God, but God, but God, but God. And I'm thankful for the people that donated the wood for that. Thankful for the paint that was donated. Thankful for people that do it. And so God always has a plan, and he always does it for WAPN. 41 years now here at WAPN. And I was thinking about that, we're 90 days out from being 41 years old. So maybe you say, hey, I could get $41 for our, pre-birthday celebration. We'll call it a pre-anniversary, pre-birthday. So you're saying I can do $41. And, I was thinking about that. I wonder how many ones I have right here. I wonder if I even have 41 here. And I was thinking I could do $41. Plant a seed, help WAPN get a new AC unit. So there's all different ways you can give. Like I said, the easiest is to go to WAPN.net or to bring it on by. But we do have Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, all the different ways, Apple Pay. And I appreciate every single person that's reaching out to me and praying for me and encouraging me and giving me ideas. And shout out to my husband, Tim, for just stepping up right away, like always. And so thankful. But pray. It has been ordered, the new split unit, by faith, and God is going to do the rest. So as I was thinking about that video I just watched, name it, claim it, receive it. Let the Lord know what you want. A split unit, a big one, the whole other unit removed and gone, and everything installed in Jesus' name. He's got it. Let's get our favor on. Let's get this day going. And I just opened the book. God's favor is going to cause you to rise up out of your problems. The favor of God will keep your enemies from defeating you. He's going to open doors that may seem impossible. It seemed impossible 14 hours ago. But with God, all things are possible. And he's already opening doors, and he's already using you to make a way to make this happen. So thank you, everybody that's already donated. What a great way to wake up this morning and see all these people that have already donated. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. $41. Yeah, that would be awesome for 41 years here in our community for WAPN. We're listening to WAPN 91.5 FM and WAPB 91.7 FM. It is Wednesday, July 29, 2026. Holly Hill today, 93. Heat index of 103, low of 77. Madison, 97 with a low of 79. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Samantha and Brittany and Marilyn and William and Elizabeth and everybody else celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating. Happy. Today, I'm a foodie, so there's two today for National Food Day. Lasagna. I love my husband's lasagna. And then Chicken Wing Day. Yes, I know. I'm already hungry, but that is what I do. It's a full moon out there. Remember to scroll down on WAPN's Facebook. I will be sharing about the different events going on this weekend for the back to school drives and backpacks and shoes and all the fun stuff out there. I will be sharing all those flyers. If you have a flyer, send it over to WAPN at WAPN.net. Remember, donate for WAPN's new AC unit. $41 would be awesome, or whatever amount God tells you to do. Y'all have a wonderful, great day.